This is Wilderness River Adventures. I think this is the craft, the vessel that we will use. Not sure yet. We're waiting here. We got 15 minutes.
We will be taking you through a 2-mile tunnel in order to do that. It's a little adventure in itself. That tunnel is considered a homeland security site, so before you board the bus, we do have to take you through a little bit of a TSA-style security checkpoint. You will be walking through a metal detector, and they will ask to see inside your bags. What they're looking for, weapons, pretty much. No tasers, pepper spray, mace, guns, pocket knives, lighters, matches, stuff like that, okay? They will ask if you have anything metal in your pockets or a cell phone. They have little baskets, just like at the airport, to put those items in, so you don't ruin them when you're walking through the metal, okay? Once you board the bus, go through that tunnel, you'll get down to the base of the dam. The bus will turn around and come up to a gate and a walkway. As you exit, the driver is going to hand each of you a hard hat. The reason we have you wear hard hats, you'll be walking underneath this bridge, which is going to be about 700 feet above your heads. People like to make wishes off of that bridge, okay? Just have to wear the hard hat for the short walk down to the dock. Once you reach the dock, you can remove those and put them in a cart, okay? You do not have to wear them the entire trip. Everybody 12 or younger must wear a life jacket on the rafts. If the ones here don't fit you, make sure to just talk to the guide and they'll make sure you get one. Anybody 13 or older, if you would like a life jacket, ask the guide. We do have all sizes available, okay? But it is not required for you. This is a smooth water river trip, okay? You guys are going to be on the water for approximately 3 hours. You're going to make a beach stop about halfway through. There are 4 restrooms there, and that's also where the petroglyph panel is. You're more than welcome to walk up, check out Native American rock art. Just remember, it is an archaeological site within a national park. So please respect that. Stay on the trail. Please don't touch the wall leading up to the panel. The oils in our skin can actually damage the desert varnish that's growing on the canyon walls. And please, by no means, leave your mark behind on anything. So no etching, no scratching, don't write your name or the date. It is considered a federal offense, and the Park Service really frowns upon that. You are welcome to go swimming. I doubt anybody's going to do that today.
Yeah,
but you are welcome. It's a little chilly down there, and the water is only about 48 degrees, so maybe not today, okay? You'll be at the beach for about 30 minutes, and then you'll board back on the raft, float around Horseshoe Bend, and make your way down to Lee's Ferry, where the bus will be waiting to pick you up. There are restrooms at Lee's Ferry as well before you board the bus. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get you back here, okay, at the end of the day. Do you guys have any questions? Can I take that with this? Yep, that's fine. We do have to go through security, so they'll just ask them inside of it. Okay? Okay. You guys, questions? Are we good? You want to go boating? Okay, you guys will follow me. You have, okay. All of these folks have been as well, so we can all go through security. Just watch your, we're going to go way down.
Hey, Chris.
There we go. Oh. Excuse me.
Waar de bestuurder zit en de bestuurder hier.
You want to sit up front or? Tell me when.
When?
there's not many people, so we can each have a. Okay, we just cleared TSA. We are now going to the river.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Whoop-de-doo.
My name's Susan. I'll be your driver today.
That's why
I think the way we came was faster than the way we
Kind of like the other side better.
Alright, you guys ready for the first part of your adventure? Going down this totally dark 2-mile-long tunnel. They started building this tunnel back in 1957 and it took them 18 months to complete it. We are going to be going down at an 8% grade, so by the time we reach the bottom, we'll have dropped well over 700 feet. Now, it did take 2 crews working around the clock to complete the tunnel. They had one crew starting at the bottom, the other one starting at the top. And when they met up in the middle, they're only off about 18 inches. Now, you guys can see the windows on the left-hand side of the tunnel. These windows are called adits, and these adits were used to push out the debris from the drilling and the blasting. Now they're just used for ventilation. During the Cold War, they were using this tunnel here and the adits to store food as well as for emergency shelter. Now I guess you guys are probably wondering why we have all the security. Well, prior to 9/11, any tour bus or school bus could come down through here with permission, of course. But since 9/11, they have doubled, tripled, and now quadrupled their security measures. This is actually the second year that we've had to use the trailer. The guards that are up there, they do not work for us. They work for Homeland Security. And this tunnel here is part of Homeland Security because it takes us to the base of the dam. Now, does anybody know which dam we're going to be at the base of?
Glen.
It's the Glen Canyon Dam. It is the second largest arched concrete dam in the United States. Does anybody know which one is taller? Hoover Dam is correct. It is 70 feet taller. Now when you guys get out to the river, take a look at the canyon wall and you can see the adits from the riverside. Then you can see how steep your descent actually was. Concrete walls there. And those pipes are there to help direct the water that comes from around the dam, goes to the soft sandstone and the coarse rock, and it pushes out about 10,000 gallons of water per minute. Now we do have the curving along the roadway to help direct the water right back out to the river. Now when we exit the tunnel, take a look straight up and you'll see a bridge up there. It is a walking bridge as well as for traffic. And so because of that bridge, I will be handing you guys a hard hat. On the back of the hard hat, there's a knob. You can turn it right, and righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. But by the time you guys figure out how to get it nice and comfortable on your heads, you'll be taking it off at the bottom of the walkway. Now also because this parking lot is controlled by Homeland Security, they do not allow pictures taken here in the parking area. So as soon as you guys get off the bus, you can see that gate that's right there to your left. Once you go through that gate, then you can turn around and take all the pictures you like, but please wait until you go through that gate. You make the guards kind of...
Okay, we're on the other side of the fence, so we can take all the videos we want. We're under the bridge. Look at that. That's why we're wearing hard hat. Beautiful. Okie dokie. hold on. That's my wife right there. 1, 2, 3. Look how beautiful that is. That's the dam right there. That's the Glen Canyon Dam. Second tallest dam.
Good morning. Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning, sir.
I want you to
How
take.
are
I want you to take lots of pictures today, okay?
you,
Lots
you,
of
you want me to what? Oh, you want me to take a lot of pictures?
Take
Okay.
a lot of pictures.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very panoramic. You're gonna have a great time.
I hope so. You're gonna have a good time, or
Yes.
I'll hear it from the wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and put your hats aside here. Okay. Well, she's 22, isn't she?
21. Almost 22.
Yeah.
Okay. Jada, let's see.
Just one.
Just one like that. Because I don't know two types. Mine, the one I get that one, and this one is killing. I'm going to give you a big one.
It's not as windy today.
Well, great.
At least it's not as windy.
Huh?
It's not as
Wind
windy.
is yesterday.
Oh no, it's going to be like this all day. Yeah.
You must be sick of this, all this beauty, huh?
Oh, it's just phenomenal.
There's our ride.
There's one in.
Can we take pictures here right now or not?
Don't let the guards see you. No, I was kidding. Yeah.
Oh, very brave.
Excuse me. Okie dokie, let's see.
On behalf of the Aramark who owns these boats, Wilderness River Adventures, we all welcome you. My name, your captain today, is Jalen, and he is the best. He is the best captain of all of us. On the way down and everything, if you have any questions, just ask Jalen or myself. I'm the oldest, but I'm the trainee today. Okay? My name is Dominica Jed Chocolatto. My real name, you just call me Jed. Okay? Okay? Just Jed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Oh, do you want me to do it? I thought you were
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
driving.
Oh, you want me to drive? I'll drive. Let Jalen do it, because I got to get used to the river. This is my first
So,
trip down this year.
So, just the way you guys are all sitting on the outside, if you want, you can put one leg over the side of the boat if you'd like. There you go, straddle it. But however, always
What?
try to keep at least one leg inside of the boat at all times. Don't have both legs over the side because it's easy to slip and fall into the river that way. So keep at least one leg inside of the boat. Also, there's a jug of water up in the front, so if you guys get thirsty, make sure you stay hydrated and take a drink of water anytime you'd like. There's also a trash bag on the other handrail up at the front, so if you guys have any garbage, maybe we can make a chain with the people and, pass trash all the way to the front. There's also a recycling bag up there too, so if you have any aluminum cans, little plastic bags, maybe you go ahead and throw them in there, it'll get recycled. And also, you see the two handrails out there? Anything beyond that point is off limits. We don't want anyone to fall in front of a moving boat. So, stay clear of that area. Yeah. There we go. Also, if anyone does happen to fall into the water, we do got a life ring right here. So if you fall in the water, we'll toss you a life ring, you grab onto it, I'll put it over the side of the boat, and I'll probably ask a volunteer to help pull them up out of the water. Sound good? And we've also got a throw bag as well, so we got two throwing devices. If there's two people in the water, maybe we could get two out. But the easiest way to get to catch a rope, anyways, is to grab it and put it over your shoulder and get pulled backwards to the boat. But also there is life jackets in these two center seats as well. The seats will just lift open to the right hand side, so just lift it up and there will be 24 life jackets in the front one and 8 life jackets in the little back one.
Oh man,
So, you know,
it's
if the
too
boat's going
dark.
down or we
Too
have
much
bad
shadow.
weather, we'll hand those out. And the life jackets we have are these kind. Now the way they work is you undo all these little plastic clips at the front of the life jacket. It comes apart. You put your arms in the side openings. This goes around your torso and your head's going to come out of the top right here. And then you're going to want to make sure you clip it back up so that way it hangs onto you while you're in the water. But yeah, we'll hand these out in alphabetical order.
Thank you. And I'm his wife.
All right. There, oh yeah.
How beautiful that is.
But also we got a fire extinguisher as well. Also no smoke on the boats. We got gas tanks and propane as well. So, you know, highly flammable. So largest dam in the U.S. You guys know what the largest one is?
Ooh.
Yeah, the Hoover Dam. This one's right behind it. Hoover Dam is 736 feet tall. This one's 710 feet tall. And then up here we have the Glen Canyon Bridge. It's a really large steel arch bridge. That's really cool. You could actually see some people at the top left. See all the little folks up there?
That's so cool.
Yeah, those are people. Has anyone been to it?
No.
No? If you have time later, go check it out. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You can park on either side, you can walk across, and take some really cool pictures up there. Yeah. This is actually kind of awesome. So if we all say hello together on the count of 3, they could actually hear us today. You guys want to try it? Yep. Yeah, on the count of 3, we all say hello. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hello! Probably didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. You hear that?
The truck.
Yeah, but the truck is right there, so.
That's pretty cool, huh? Oh, yeah, you can
Okie dokie.
Well, yeah, the Glen Canyon Dam, this was constructed in 1956. That's when the construction of the Glen Canyon Dam started, in October. The guy that began the construction was President Eisenhower, actually. He's the guy, you know, he actually started the construction from the White House, too. You know, sitting at his desk at the White House, and he sent a message on Twitter, hey, blow the first blast of dynamite. Little smiley face. No, just kidding. They actually had telegraph keys back then, so press the telegraph key at the White House, that set the signal down here, and detonated the first blast of dynamite. Yeah, the first thing they had to do was actually build a diversion tunnel so that way the water would flow around the work area. And from the get-go for about 4 years was all just prep work. They had to dig into the sides of the cliff wall, they had to dig down till they hit solid bedrock so the dam would have a nice sturdy foundation. And they also started constructing the bridge as well. And all that took about 4 years to do. The bridge took 2 years to build. And the bridge you see is pretty impressive. It's 1,271 feet long. They constructed it from the outsides going in towards the center. And when the two ends did meet, it was 1/4 of an inch off, so just barely off. However, they took apart the middle again, they realigned it, so now it's just perfectly straight across. Cool. Modern engineering. Yeah. And then in 1960 is when they could finally start pouring concrete for the dam. That's when all the prep work was completed. Sorry. And they started dumping concrete at the bottom. And they had to pour concrete for 3 years straight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, each bucket of concrete they poured weighed about 22 tons. So 22-ton buckets of concrete all the time. And they had to pour about 400,000 of those before the last one was poured. And then in 1963 is when they finally started to fill up Lake Powell. Have you ever been to Lake Powell? No? Really cool lake. Really large, actually. 26 million acre-feet of water. And so when they started to fill up Lake Powell, it took 18 years for that lake to fill up. So it wasn't full until 1980. And then in 1966, when all all the turbines were installed, and that's when Lyndon Johnson's wife, Lady Bird, declared a new dam on the Colorado. That's just a little bit about the history of the dam. Yeah, that's actually what I thought, yeah. What? Who told you that? Oh, okay. I'll get you a really cool picture of the dam real quick. And if you're on the left-hand side, I won't forget about you. I'll turn the boat around for you as well. For those of you on the right, this is the best dam picture of the Colorado.
Nobody got it. Yes, to turn off. There.
Yeah. It's kind of risky though. I see a few riverheads. All right, here, yeah, there you go on the left-hand side. Now's your opportunity.
So nice out.
Fortunately, it's sunny.
Great.
Oh yeah, that's a osprey. Yeah, yeah, some good, that's some good eyes. Yeah, see the bunch of mallard ducks. There's the water on the right. Yeah, but we'll be coming up on an osprey nest in a second. Back there you can see a power line pole with a bird nest on top of it. Yeah, we'll get a little closer to it. But yeah, it's an osprey
Look at
nest.
that.
Really cool birds, actually. You guys ever seen an osprey before? Yeah. You guys haven't seen an osprey, it's like a sea hawk. The offense and defense is better, though. Oh yeah, that's like a little bird. So check us out. If you look at back of us, you can see all these little openings on the side of the cliff wall, and that's actually where the tunnel runs along. Actually, the tunnel you guys went down. You guys like that thing?
Yeah.
That thing is 2 miles long. Took them less than a year to dig as well. There's two of those big, huge boring machines. One at the top and one at the bottom, and they drilled all the way until they met in the center. But what they actually used the little adits for was actually to get rid of debris as they were digging. So if you dig and get a lot of sand and rocks built up, they just drill a hole out and use a bulldozer and push it all the way out into the river.
Yeah.
What's that?
You can see it. They threw it away.
Yeah, yeah, little mounds under the little tunnel, or adits. Yeah, but if you counted them, there's 18 of those things. 18 adits. Oh, well, I guess they have 19 technically, though, one under the catwalk as well. Well, that one was just used to repair the spillway one time when it got damaged. How do you guys get it? That bird? Yeah, the canyon rat. Oh yeah, hey, that looks like a heron. Yeah, you got some sharp eyes. Yeah. They tend to wait on the shores, and whenever a trout or some sort of fish comes by, they'll grab it and swallow them whole.
This one we can't really see it because the
Cool. So real quick, I'd like
sun
to
is
go
on
around
the
real quick and ask you guys your names and where you're from. Is that okay? If you're not comfortable giving out your real info, you can always just make stuff up. Yeah, but my name's Jalen. I'm from Page, Arizona, the small town just up here. So if you guys have any questions you guys want to ask, feel free to ask away. I go fishing, ride bikes for the guitar, hike, and kayak. So that's what I do more often. Guys, how are you?
I'm Bobby Brockman from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, Bobby, Nashville, Tennessee. All right.
This is Caitlin, Brock, and Melanie from Nashville.
Brock and Melanie. Okay, Nashville? All right.
Betty from Nashville.
All right, good to meet you, Betty.
Susan from Chicago.
Susan from Chicago. Okay, cool.
Ray from Chicago.
Ray, Chicago. All right.
Linda from Florida.
Oh, Florida, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from all of us from Florida.
Where you guys from?
Florida, so South Florida.
Oh, South Florida. Okay,
Miami
cool.
region.
We all of us from the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah, you guys from the Netherlands. Oh, you have us all beat. Oh, okay, what's on go?
Florida. Oh, the Netherlands.
Okay, yeah.
Natty from Florida. I'm living in Florida for 55 years.
Oh, cool.
But I'm from Guatemala.
Oh, Guatemala. Ah.
Victor from Guatemala also, but I live for 63 years in Florida.
Well, there we go. Yeah, good to meet you, Victor.
Grace from Scottsdale.
Oh, oh, hey, neighbors. Emma from Scottsdale, all right. Oh, yeah, all right. Oh, nice. Hey, actually, I was thinking about moving to Scottsdale. Yeah. Melissa, Minnesota. Caleb from Minnesota? All right, there we go. Well, good to meet you all. Glad you guys could all make it down here. Now let's go check out the rest of the Colorado River. Take us away, Jed.
Hold this on video. See if you can get me.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Oh, flew into Vegas. Okay.
Sometimes you really don't know, you know. It's just, I'm glad I checked it, you know. It's this one right here. See, it's blinking, that means it's video. So you did one right there. Take a picture. So you can do it simultaneously.
Haven't really been in East too much. Where's that one? East West Texas. A lot more people, yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
That's nice.
Another mallard. Not here actually. Rock isn't dense enough. Yeah, so what their concern is if anyone's rock climbing and they have some anchors in it, they do fall and probably pull them all out. Yeah, it looks like it'd be pretty ideal, huh? These footballs are about 700 feet tall right in this area. They'll get taller and taller as we go down.
I'm gonna ask. So what's near this river? Glen Canyon River?
Colorado River.
Colorado River, right?
And you're in the Glen Canyon. But the river does flow through the Grand Canyon as well. So if you were to go on, if you were to keep going after our tour ended, keep going down the river, get to the Grand Canyon in maybe 2 days, a day.
Do they have a guy there collecting entrance fee, or?
Actually, you can take a trip. That does take you.
Or this is the entrance for free.
Yeah. Me driving, I have no experience in that white water, so good chance we wouldn't survive. But yeah, they do offer tours in there. The shortest one is 3 days. Wow. 3 days long.
Does this go to the Havasupai village?
What's that?
Does this go to the Havasupai village too?
Havasupai. No, that's actually one of the tributaries, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, it doesn't go through there. Have you been there?
No, I'm planning of going there sometime in the future.
I actually want to go check that out, like the turquoise ponds and everything.
Trying to find a way to get in there for free, you know. So that's why I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me know if you find one. Yeah, here on our right-hand side is a little campsite. This is the Roach Trail campsite.
Hello!
There we go.
That's amazing. You get to stay there.
Yeah, that's a Roach Trail campsite. If anyone's, outdoorsy and you get a kayak on this river, you could actually stop and go camping overnight here. Really fun.
How cold does it get?
Huh?
How cold does it get at night?
Well, this time of year it's going to get kind of cold.
Like
Maybe
what?
it'll get to about 40.
Oh.
Yeah, which probably isn't too bad. But during the winter time, we're getting to about 20 degrees, 15 degrees. Fahrenheit, though. I'm not too sure about Celsius. Oh, go ahead. Oh, yeah, definitely.
See?
Oh, you went to the power plant? Oh, okay. Dude, I wish I'd go back to the power plant.
Huh?
I wish I'd go back to the power plant. That was a fun job. Yeah, check this out. So there's actually a trail here. It's called the Ropes Trail. Does anyone like pretty good hikes? Yep. This one's pretty awesome. Check this out. So look in front of us, you can see a large rock indentation up towards the top of the cliff face. You see that? If you look at it, it leads to a ridge that actually goes all the way to the top of the cliff wall. And you are actually able to hike down that. So there's an old service road you can take past the dam across the bridge. It takes you about a mile distance of this trail. And then you have to walk through the desert for about a mile. Until you find the cliff wall, you find the ridge, and then you can hike down that ridge. And you can see those boulders laying on the cliff face. If you look to the left of me, you hike down with me and drone?
No.
It's right there. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, me and drone want to go back again. Down this trail.
Yeah, it's like just hanging down. You can see the ropes going all the way down. Crazy.
Yeah, I've been down it before. But check this out. You guys see a little spring up ahead of us? Yeah, up there. It's Little Niagara. You guys see that waterfall?
Oh, trickle.
Has anyone been?
That's a big water.
Has anyone been to the real Niagara?
Yes, we've been to Niagara.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I haven't down there. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, it does actually. During the summertime, it'll be up to that black line about. Yeah. Right now, we're still in our low water season. During the summer months, they usually meet the water. They have to release them. There's a contract to release so many million acre feet down below to the state, so they usually choose to meet that demand in the summer and they start releasing lots of water. Well, that little spring is actually seepage from Lake Powell as well. Yeah, you see a large crevice that goes all the way up to the top. And, you know, it goes all the way back to Lake Powell, and the water pressure of Lake Powell goes all the way through right here. So that's water you see coming out.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be warm today.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know. It's just yeah. And it's just while we're moving. Like once we get on land, it'll feel nice and good.
it's good. It's 22. We got it.
Yeah.
There's a big rock that fell out right here. Fell right from the river. So I'm trying to stay clear of it. You'll see it as you're going by. Sometimes you can see it right there in the river. See where the twisting of the water is right through there?
Yeah.
So I didn't get a crop last year, so this year I don't want to get one either. I mean, he trained me all last year, so if I got one, it made him look bad.
first year you're here, there was actually somebody like got stuck on that one. Really? Yeah, like the bottom touched, so couldn't get on.
He said trout.
Yeah, there's somebody fishing over here.
The majority of the time you'll find either rainbow trout or brown trout. There are some native fish, but they're all endangered because of the installation of the dams. Yeah, rainbow trout, you guys all know what those are, right? They'll taste really good, fun to catch. Yeah, but the other native fish, we have the humpback chub, the bony tail chub, razorback sucker, squawfish, Colorado minnow. Yeah, they're all really cool. But they're really unique. If you ever see pictures of them, they look like regular fish. Only got these large humps on their backs. Yeah, they're all endangered though, so if you're fishing and you do catch one, you actually put it back where you want it to go back. Right, slow down. That's good. What I've experienced, don't slow down for no one. So. Yeah, up ahead you could see the white water up here. Yeah, that's a rapid. It's a class 0.4. And the Colorado does use a 1 to 10 system, so it's really small. Yeah, on the left you can see this cool side canyon. This over on the left is Honey Draw Canyon. You can actually hike into this one from the top. It's actually kind of cool. And you go hike down into it, you can actually find some cars inside of it. There's 18 of them.
Over here?
Yeah, the locals call it Car Canyon.
Yeah, somebody dropped them off and they drove them there.
Oh yeah, actually funny story is a long time ago before Page had a metal scrap yard, to get rid of old vehicles, they would actually just dump them in there.
Really?
Yeah, if you were to hike up this thing, you can because there's large drop-offs.
What is that over there?
Huh?
What is this?
Yeah,
You
that's
can swim
something.
there?
Oh, he's fishing.
I think they were probably fishing. I don't know. Yeah, if you were to hike up there and go all the way to the top, it would take you right into Page. The first building you would see is Taco Bell. Yeah, right?
Look at that. Look how beautiful that is, man. I mean, come on. Look how nice that is, huh? Yeah? It's like somebody polished it, you know what I mean?
Really on Spring Creek? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I used to look for when I went to Iowa School as well. Spring Creek.
It's so hard to see though because of the sun, man. It's better this side. This side you can see pretty good.
There's a lot newer than mine. Yeah, it is really cool. That's why I don't take it down here. It's too nice. Yeah, I want to go full board and stuff. Oh yeah, Mercury. Nice. Check this out, guys. You guys see this rock up here? Well, that's it kind of, from angles, it looks like a monk with a robe on, wearing a hood, looking away from us. Little rock spire. Yeah, that was just made by some river guys. Stuff that looks like stuff.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I tried to look, but nothing. I thought it was too. I know, right? I'm sorry. Sorry. There was a... But that happened up in Escalon. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can make it. Yeah.
There's a little bridge over there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah. The weather's perfect. It's not cold.
To be honest, only if you're running more than 3 people, then you have to worry about that. 230 on good days. That might be something else. I don't think we have full days yet. Yeah, that's not till usually the summer's worse stuff. Oh yeah, it's probably something else. So check us out. If you look over the right hand side, you can see all this gravel on top of this little rock ridge. Yeah, that's actually where some folks were actually dredging and doing gold sluicing operations here for looking for gold on the Colorado. Pretty soon you'll actually see some little footholds that are carved into the wall. Just look over the river, right at the bank, you can actually see some footholds kind of going up. Well, that's what miners would actually use to get up to have easy access to the river anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Here in the winter time anyways, you know, the river would actually be really shallow because the mountains would freeze back up. You don't have about 1,000 cubic feet of water a second going through here, so that'd just be a little stream. So they'd actually get down to the bottom and start getting the gravel from the river and start panning for gold out here. That's what happened all about 1912 to 1922. Now there was two notable people that were looking for gold here. The first guy was Robert Stanton. Robert Stanton Lee. He was one of the first people that came down here on his gold dredging operations. You'll see quite a bit of Lee's Ferry too. You'll see a road other guy was Charles H. Spencer. He built a giant steamboat, and he was using that to go up and down the river. And you'll actually, a lot of the pieces to a steamboat are actually still at Lee's Ferry as well, but he was just another guy that was here looking for gold. No one ever found any gold though. Yeah, so I got to Lee's Ferry to remind people we'll go check them out. Mostly just see wreckage. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. What else? Yeah, but another notable guy on the river was John Wesley Powell. He's the guy that explored the Colorado River. One of the first people to do an expedition down the Colorado. He came down on May 24th, 1869 down here. And, you know, that's what he was famous for. That was kind of funny. There's another river guide who says, you know what I learned from this? To get remembered, you have to either succeed really big like John Wesley Powell, or you got to fail really big like Charles H. Spencer. You fail really big, they'll remember you. You succeed really big, they'll remember you.
Did he explore with just one arm?
Yeah, he did actually. Just one arm. That's a long way too. His first expedition was 950 miles. Yeah, it took him twice as long since he could only make left-hand turns. Yeah, he lost his right arm. Yeah, because I remember I used to be corny last year. So yeah, he lost his right arm, so the doctor told him to use what's left of him. Yeah, his first expedition was actually kind of brutal. He started with 9 guys, and by the time he reached the Virgin River, he had 5 guys. Jeez. First guy he lost was Frank Goodman, who actually didn't die, but he quit. He was at the, where was it? That river. It was on the Green River by where present-day Moab was. That's where it was. There's some rapids there. One of the boats fell apart. Frank Goodman went into the water, and they were able to save him by tossing a rope, pulling him to the side. And from there, he told John Wesley Powell, "All right, John, in these 3 weeks, I've had more excitement than a man should an entire lifetime, so you have to quit." Now, the next 3 guys he lost was in the Glen Canyon, and they probably did die. There's a rapid called Separation Rapid. That's what it was named, Separation Rapid, because they separated there. It's a really big rapid in the Grand Canyon, pretty close to the mouth of Lake Mead. But they came across it, and 3 of the guys were like, "All right, John, this rapid's so big, I think if we go down it, we're going to die." So they actually chose to hike out of the Grand Canyon there instead. And so they, John was trying to get them to stay, but they thought they were going to die if they went down the rapid. So off they went out the Grand Canyon, and then no one ever saw them again. Then 3 days later, John Wesley Powell, that's when he made it to the Virgin River at, where present-day Lake Mead would be. Has anyone been to his museum? Let's look at his page. Some kind of cool stuff in there. You can find fossils they found in the desert around this area, along with stuff from his expedition as well. They even have a replica of his boat that he took, the Emmeline. Well, the one I don't mind is actually, it works good. This one. Then here we also got 2 hanging canyons. One up here, this one's called Dead Dog Canyon. It goes all the way towards Highway 89. Then up here you got Fairy Swell Canyon. Now when it rains really hard in the south, you get to see 2 waterfalls here. Yeah. They're unique waterfalls too. It looks like mud coming over. Yeah, it's like all really muddy, just brown. Yeah, geologists believe that the old river channel used to go through this Dead Dog Canyon and come out of the river right there as well as. They call it an incisive meander. But as the years went on, the river actually cut through the center since it started getting really thin, and pretty soon the river just carved down this way a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went and had to while we Oh yeah.
What's $80? The tour?
I don't know. Well, I think I'll make it. I think I see the river on the left. Has anyone seen a movie called Broken Arrow? Yeah, you've seen that. With John Travolta and Christian Slater. Yeah, this movie had a scene that was shot right here on this beach. Yeah, the movie, who was it? John Travolta runs out of a mine shaft, then he runs right out onto the beach right here. And in the movie, he actually loads an atom bomb onto a boat right here, and it shows him drive up the Colorado River afterwards. If you look at the water, sometimes you can see rainbows.
Ferry Swale. Is that the Ferry Swale campsite?
Actually, you see, I love where we have a test pitch. You see a lot of it.
Garbage is right there. That trash bag.
I think they're actually supposed
The
to
white bag.
Oh, that was all kayaking right here, though. Enjoying myself. Yeah, kayaking right here is all awesome. Pretty soon this boat. Right here. That's what's right. Oh, actually, she's going to come back. I guess she was going to do that. She was going to do the whole thing. She told me about I saw her at Walmart like 2 days ago. Never tell you about that story? Oh, okay, did you? That's funny. There's one guy, he was all talking about boat motors and stuff. Yeah, there was this conversation he brought up. It's like, oh yeah, I got a Mercury at my house. He's like, I've also used a Honda for a while as well. It's like, you guys have a really good setup here. And I go by like that. Every time I see a Yamaha motor, I think of this. They're like, oh, there's a Yamaha engine. And this other lady's like, what tribe was that guy from? That does sound like a native. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was funny. You guys all have a good imagination. What is that little, see the little rock arch up there? It's called a squall. What do you guys think it looks like?
Chewbacca?
Chewbacca? Oh yeah, actually I've heard that before. It's a pretty good one actually. Up there is Pac-Man's ghost. Yeah, it might be better actually. You know how to make their noise? One of my friends could do it. Sounds funny. I can't do it. Yeah, that's something stupid. Yeah, the little Pac-Man ghost up there is about 300 feet from bottom to top of that thing. Or about 100 meters tall. I know that we're a little further down in Colorado. These cliff walls up in this area are about 900 feet tall now. Or about 300 meters. You get it? They look like a parrot. Yeah, that's a It's you can just tell by the shape. Really cool birds. You guys see them there? No? Yeah. That was less of this year. They usually come in the spring with a lot of ducks, so they like to eat the ducks. Dude, I like my old one. My old one was like, I had like, I don't know. Which one? Oh, really? They let you?
Did the barn.
There's actually another way to actually get down from the top here. It's called the Steps Trail. It's kind of cool. We do see desert bighorn sheep here sometimes as well. Yeah, see that first landslide? You can see 2 game trails on it. Those little trails, those are from desert bighorn sheep. If you're a hiker, you could actually hike up those. I haven't done this one though. I don't even know if I want to. But you go up the landslide, you go up on that first ridge, then you jump up 2 ridges, and then you use that second one to get all the way out to the top. Yeah. That would do it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I've actually been on this side, like, just like walk around. Yeah, see that little Utah agave over there? If you were to walk over to that thing, it's actually about 12 feet tall. So like twice as tall as me. It's kind of crazy. Where is it?
Oh yeah, I see it right there, it's sticking out.
Huh? Yeah, about 12 feet tall. Yeah, because I went over there once.
That doesn't look like it.
All right.
I believe it. I'll have to believe it. That's what I do.
Are you ready to smile? Because you're going to have a bunch of people looking at you in a second. You really are.
Oh, it's a boat ramp. Everybody has a party over there, huh?
If you look to your left, right up on top of that hill, there's probably way up there. You see the flash go off?
Where?
You're in Horseshoe Bend.
Where? This is
And you got all those people looking down up at you.
Where are the people?
I
You
don't
see
see them.
clear up there on the top. We're coming into Petros right now.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Where are they? See the people.
As we turn around here. Okay, the thing about Petros, I want you all, we're going to get off the boat for shortly. We all need to stay on the trail, okay? We're taking 23 people and they try to keep the trails. We walk up here. We walk up there, the restaurant's right here. The restaurant stop, and it's maybe 800 feet up here on the left-hand side. You may see a few little creatures up there. Maybe a snake.
This is
maybe a scorpion. I doubt it. I've never seen one. Some of these people that have been here like Jay have seen all of it. I've never seen one growing up.
Yeah, right?
So he's going to come up. He's going to hit the bank up here.
Right.
Do a little push. And he'll push it right up into the sand. I'll walk up and help you get off the boat. We've got steps up there and help you get off and everything. And you can walk up with me or Galen, whoever goes up.
Yeah, I'll be going up. But when we land at the beach, make sure you're all sitting down on the boat because it'll be a little bit of a bump. We don't want anyone to fall. And also, when you go up there, make sure you stay on the marked trail. Park Service's mission is to preserve and to protect, so don't walk off the trail. And also, when you come to the panel, don't carve onto the panel. It is a Class 1 felony, so don't do so. And also, I highly doubt anyone's going to go swimming, but if you do, don't swim into the channel. It's dangerous.
Hey, I watched him swim last year.
Oh, yeah, totally.
46 degrees.
Yeah, hang on real quick. You guys ready to feel the full power of the Honda 150? Yeah, I'm pretty sure no one was impressed.
Excuse me. Let me come up. You get it, Jalen? Huh? You can leave anything you want here.
I know, the stairs are really narrow. It'll be here for about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But don't worry, even if you're longer, I won't leave you. Got it? There we go.
There you go.
Careful, careful, everyone. Oh yeah, if you're wearing a life jacket, you can take it off here. But when we come back on, make sure you put it back on. Cool. Also, there's restrooms up there, but if you want, you could grab a restroom, buddy, because the doors don't lock. I was usually contemplating kicking that thing down. Where do you guys live now? Oh, you guys live here?
Letchworth?
Letchworth, yes.
They call it the Grand Canyon of the North.
Basically, like they say,
Okay, then when we smoke, like we smoke, and like you should smoke, and when it's like, oh, like, or whatever you feel.
I'm not going to risk it. 2 hours. Yeah, well, whatever.
We'll follow that arc down. We go around the horse's head, and another arc begins.
Because the nicotine in the body caused it to.
Horse, and then in that lower part of his neck, you'll see an eye. It looks like a triangle. That could be a bird. Yeah. Oh, it looks like a wolf. Or a coyote. Yeah.
Muy frío. No tan frío. No tan
Okay, ready?
Picture, not mine.
One, two, three. So Jalen
Yeah.
and
Jed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So be honest with me. Do you guys ever get sick of looking at this thing? Or?
I have.
Actually, I haven't either. I like this job. I really do enjoy. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine how fun your job is, man. I mean, shit.
And I usually come move down here, help us out.
Yeah. This is way better than Canyon de Chelly, man.
Oh, is that where you come from?
Yeah, we were there yesterday, you know, and it was beautiful. But it's, I don't know, man. This is like,
Next level. That's good.
I think this is better than Grand Canyon, man.
Yeah, this place is really cool.
You know what I mean?
I honestly enjoy this.
I mean,
he's retired and he still works here. That's how much he likes it.
No, these are outhouses, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
use. Okay, we just got out of the boat, and we're gonna hike. There's a trail here. Look how beautiful that is behind me.
It's just gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Camera just won't do it justice. It's 360.
Yeah. This is better than Canyon de Chelly. Way better, I think.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I believe it. You guys hiked it right up there.
how beautiful that is.
They also position them a little higher up on the panel as well, so usually that symbolizes importance. So it could be a chief or one of their gods or something like that. And in some cultures, I know when they draw the arms facing downwards, it also means that the person was laid to rest. So maybe it was someone that was important to them and either died, and it's hard to remember them, so they put them all over the panel. And then over to the right, you got this sideways W, and a lot of people think that looks like the star constellation Cassiopeia in the night sky. And, for them, it would actually be an agricultural tool, visible in the springtime, and it'd be there at the same time every year, no matter what. So maybe they used it to tell them when to plant their crops, so that way they could have a good harvest every year. And this one's kind of cool. If you look below that Cassiopeia sign, you can see another desert bighorn sheep below that. Now, that desert bighorn is one of the oldest carvings on the panel. If you look at it, it looks like there's actually some, see this black desert varnish? It looks like it's actually filled back in on that desert bighorn sheep. Now, this black desert varnish that you see it's called desert varnish, but what it is an iron oxidation of the sandstone that takes a very long time to form. You can think of it as rust, but at a very slow speed. The very dark black areas take about 10,000 years to form. So that petroglyph down there might actually be about 6,000 to 9,000 years old at the bottom. But, somewhere right in that ballpark. And then over here we have these pronghorned antelope that are depicted. You'll actually find these more towards about Grand Canyon, Zion areas where you'll see pronghorn antelope. So these guys must have traveled down here and then drew these, because you can't find them in the Glen Canyon area. But yeah, these are pronghorn antelope, and they used to actually be able to run at 45 miles per hour. So that was the original fast food. If you look right above the sand, you can also see some more pronghorn antelope right above the sand at the bottom. Now, it's not believed that anyone would actually get down on their hands and knees to carve these. Most people are comfortable carving around chest level up. So the ground elevation a long time ago was probably a little bit lower.
Lower.
And they carve, and over time sand has built up in that panel. So some people actually believe that there could actually be some more carvings below the sand as well. But Park Service actually hasn't given any permission to excavate. If they are, they'll probably remain covered until anyone gets approval. But yeah, this is a Paiute tribe, and what they have is a hunting scene, a hunter with a spear following a desert bighorn sheep. And it kind of looks like it was a story of a successful hunt. If you look at the sheep, it looks like there's a spear coming out of the back of it maybe. So, maybe this tells a story about a hunter that had a hunt one day. And then over to the right, you got this cool symbol. You guys see that? Now, this one is actually pretty unique. There's no other symbol like it on any panel. What it looks like is a desert bighorn sheep looking up at the sky, and then a desert bighorn sheep looking down on the earth. We brought the Paiute tribe's shaman up here, and what he told us anyways, the one on the bottom is looking down towards the earth, the world that we live in now. The other one's looking up towards the heavens to the ones that we go into next. So it's a passing from life to death symbol. So, that's what he described it as. And then up at the top you got a W, and that's actually a petroglyph as well.
Really?
Yeah. It was left behind by a miner during the whole gold mining operation, so it could be about 100 years old, so that actually makes it a petroglyph since it's old enough now. But yeah, it probably stands for William or something. Some miner stumbled upon this and probably left the W himself. But other than that, there's just a few other miscellaneous ones scattered on throughout the panel. There's also one between the bushes back there that we're actually not too sure what means. Some people say it looks like a bird in a diving motion, but you know, can't say for certain. Like the Nike symbol, for example. Say you found that about 5,000 years into the future, humanity's gone, there's no language to describe it. What do you think it is? Comet? The wind? Water wave? Just do it? Yeah, no one's gonna know.
Jelly. Can I take a picture?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
No, the sign. I'll take it. Okay,
What is the guy that's standing?
You know, this is all interpretation. Yeah. Some people think it's maybe a deity or the chief, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you make something up, you'll find it. It's good enough.
What about this stuff?
Some people say it could be that one trail where the desert makes you keep climbing to get it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it actually, they took the same amount of regions as you would see up there. Oh, okay. So we think that's what they would have drawn.
Hold on. What's that?
Petrified.
Okay, leave it here, hon. You can't take anything.